여유롭겠지 yeah. 내 자유로운
What's up, y'all? What's going on? Welcome to the show. I know I'm tripping. It's and the basketball game is on too. It's 30-25 Dallas up. I'm trying to see who's this at the line. Okay, that'll work. Doncic's at the line right now. Only reason why I'm doing this is because after the phone conversation I had on today, I told the young ladies that I will do this for them. So viewer and listener discretion is advised. Just want to let you know this conversation or our opinions do us a favor and please be at least 21 years or older to watch the show. And yes, if my eyes are glancing, I am looking at the game because she really do have me doing this during the basketball game. There you go. There you go, Dallas. There you go. My bad. We still in Golden State right now. We do need this game to tie the series. We down by one. I'm just right now. Let's just go ahead and get started. So, if you caught the show on last night, title of our show is Funerals. Did he make it? Oh, he didn't make the three. Funerals and Family Lives, part two. Actually, this is part two. I'm sorry on last night. I apologize that the Wi-Fi actually just died out around the area, whatever the case is. I don't know. AT&T had to come out or whatever, and so my Wi-Fi just went kaput. So I'm so sorry about that. But again, we appreciate you and all this kind of stuff. So if you tuned in to us on last night, there was a letter that came in to us, and that letter came into us from a young lady named Miss Martina from Opelousas, Louisiana. So I'll go over the letter in just a few seconds. But what I'm going to do right now, of course, is locate the broadcast, and then I'll locate the broadcast. I'm going to go ahead and start sharing it because y'all know that's what I do. And then we'll go ahead and get started. We'll go ahead and we will get started. So, sis, hey, what's up? How you doing, sis? How you doing? Me and you need to talk. Oh yeah, I got some tea for you. I do. I got some tea for you. Yeah, like for real, like for real, for real. Oh, I get to you. Don't worry. Don't worry. I get to you. So let me see what's going on. What's going on? I'm trying to get this to share. There we go. There we go. It's gonna let me share. Thank you so much, all the groups, for letting us share it to you. We sure appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go ahead and, like I said, I'm sharing right now this broadcast because we love all of you guys. We just want everybody that we know and love to see the show, and that's why I take the time to do that, or whatever case it is. But I'm gonna do my best to make this quick because the game is on. But I don't know if this is gonna be that quick though. I don't know if that's if I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm coming, y'all. Don't y'all worry. Do us a favor and share this broadcast with everybody. And like I said, I'm trying to share this, but like I had problems with it last night. I'm trying to tell. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. Boom. So I'm sharing this right now with everybody that I know and love, and you go ahead and do the same thing because we fit to get down with this. The game is on commercial right now. But again, to all the groups that's watching this, thank you so much for allowing us to share it to you. I'm not going to go through all the names like I did last night, but you know who you are. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. All right, so this the deal. This the deal. If you tuned in last night and you know what I'm about to talk about, I'm about to talk about this letter that we received. And in the letter that I got, what happens is that we receive the response to the letter. Now we've gotten I have we like 90 letters, emails that I have not got a chance to really sift through. But what happens is that what I do, I go in and then the actual title of the email is what drives me to it, and so that's how I do it, and I click it. When I do that or whatever, I never know the dates really until I actually open it. You see the dates on the side, but I click on it, then I look at the date like, oh wow, I got that like 4 months ago. Anyway, We have never received a response that quick like that. We have never received a response that quick. That was crazy. And so I was asked to do the show today. So I'm assuming more people are going to be tuning in. Now I just want to let y'all know that I ain't getting in no mess, but when you put people in your letters and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? They got a right to respond. They got a right to respond. So I'm gonna go through the letter real quick so everybody can kind of get caught up. Like I said, make sure that you are watching and following this broadcast and all this good stuff. Make sure you do that because I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. This is some shit. I'm telling you right now. Oh goodness gracious alive. All right, so let's go and get into the letter. I'm just sharing it a couple more times. With a couple other groups that is not on Master Gas, and I actually let me do it on my big phone here, and so that's what I'm doing. So that's why my attention is diverted. In the basketball game, Dallas 38, Golden State 27, now 29. Oh no, 30, 38 to 30, I guess. Yeah, he the three. All right, so let's do it. So the letter came from a young lady named Miss Martina. Miss Martina, of course, what happens is from Opelousas, Louisiana. I'm just catching everybody up. I'm not gonna read the letter. If you know what I'm talking about, go ahead and start giving me some of your comments. Go ahead and start liking this and sharing this, whatever case it is. Go ahead and do that. Dallas right now still 38-30. I'm sorry, I love basketball, but they asked me to do this during the game. All right, so what happens is now this is going on, and while we are literally uh, going over this letter, she was at her mama's funeral. Her mother died in December 2021. She was at her mom's funeral. She was upset about some things that went on at the funeral. She started to create a scene. Miss Martina, that's her name. She started to create a scene, or whatever the case it is. She created the scene, and two young ladies that she said she did not know tapped her on the shoulder and was like, "Hey, what's going on? Why are you doing it at our mom's funeral?" She said she never met them in her life. She said that she didn't know who they were, but they were obviously twins. So what happens is that now, the process of all of this, mom dies. In the will, leaves everything three ways. She split them three ways, right? Comes find out that they mom had been seeing the twins or whatever the case it is on Christmases and holidays and stuff like that, and never said a word to Martina. Even her dad knew about the twins or whatever. So she wrote the letter because she felt hurt and she felt like, that she, couldn't trust anybody or whatever case it is that knew this secret or whatever about her sisters. And so she's feeling really, really bad and really betrayed and all this good stuff, whatever, right? And so I think last night I left off, talking about, you know, sometimes, a person, you just never know the reasons why they keep certain things, and not to excuse her mom, but her mom went through trauma. I talked about that on last night, and I also, encouraged, Miss Martina to go ahead and seek some counsel, some therapy, something of that nature to maybe help her deal with what's going on. Dallas 39-30. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I am watching the game at the same time. But anyway, I'm going to keep you on track. I promise you. So what's going on now? I'm going to tell you what's going on now. What's going on is the response to this letter came about 6:30 this morning. The response to this letter comes from her twin sisters. Listen, I didn't ask these people to email us. I'm putting this on Front Street now. I didn't ask these people to email us. What that woman said to me in the email, she said that she saw the show last night on YouTube. She knew exactly what was going on, what was talked about. Of course, the people that send the letters and stuff like that, they use maybe fictitious names and stuff like that. And so, and that's cool or whatever because I don't really want to know your name. I, quite frankly, would rather you not tell me your real name, because if we start talking about your situation, if it come out or whatever that you decide to use your real name, unless if that's something that you really in a sense wanted, then whatever. But whereas the name's fictitious. But what happens is that they knew the situation, and it turns out that they were the twins. I don't know what I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to say. For real, I just don't understand, and I don't know why I'm doing this during the basketball game, but I got a chance to talk to them today. And I asked them questions. 44-34 Dallas. I got a chance to ask them questions in regards to what was going on or whatever because they felt like or whatever that they needed to, since this came out about them, they felt like, oh boy, that three was cold blooded. Oh, why you mad, Lee? Why you mad? 47-34 Dallas. All right, so they felt like, what, is she up here talking about she didn't know us and all of this other kind of stuff, and she, was in a sense particular that, she felt like that they wasn't there for their mom. She said, they were, talking from a perspective of being the older sisters. And there's a lot of stuff that I'm sure Martina may not remember or may not know, but these ladies gave it to me today. Share this broadcast. Y'all come on in, come on in, come on in here. Come on in here. You know what? Let me tell you something. I'm gonna go through this one time, and if you miss it, it's gonna be your bad. Y'all come on in here and watch this. The twins' names are Jewett, Jewett. I'm sure that this is maybe something made up. And Joyce, right? Who both have the same middle name. They didn't give me the middle name, right? I asked them how long have they known about their sister? About their sister Martina. They said that they knew about their sister ever since she was born. And as a matter of fact, they was there when she was born. Get the damn gun. They said that they was there when she was born. They was at the hospital and everything while their mom was having their sister. Which means that they knew who Martina's dad was, of course, because he was there, of course, right? But they are literally 8 years apart. The twins are 45. Miss Martina's 37. Their mother had Martina when she was 22. She was married. She was married at 23. So, so these girls that was described in the letter that were adopted by someone else was at their biological mom's home. I mean, with their biological mom and his stepdad at the hospital when the little sister was born. I asked her, I said, well, were y'all really adopted? She was like, yes, we were adopted, but they were adopted by their aunt and their uncle. So, which makes sense that the mama had access to them. It makes sense. It made sense. She never had, had like she was really out of touch with them because her siblings had her kids. So I asked him, I was like, so wait a minute. I said, this is too twisted for TV. How does Martina not know about y'all? If she said good still, if she said that she didn't know about y'all, then I don't understand. And so they go on to explain to me that the sisters or whatever we talking about, mama and her sister, they had the same father, right? And so they wasn't as close, but she took the baby because she was older. The babies, sorry, because she was older. That when they were, she was older than her sister. I said, okay. I asked them. I asked them, y'all. I asked them this question. I said, so y'all, how close were y'all to Martina's dad? And they was like, he is their dad. Like they love him. After the divorce between Mama and Martina's dad, they were already moved back with their adoptive parents. And so I'm gonna go back over that because they lived with their mom for 2 years and went back to their adoptive parents. That's crazy, y'all. They also said that the Dern twins or whatever with them the twins or whatever, they were literally 18 years old when Martina's dad divorced their mom. So and which makes her 10. They was that close to their mama. Well, they lived with their mama for 2 years when they were smaller. And then I asked them. I said, so y'all end up going back to the parents' house or whatever. Why would if she had all of y'all in the same house at one point in time? Why would she not keep her kids there? And it was like, well, it's a secret in a family that they have been keeping from the baby sister. Now, irrelevant to the fact that these kids been estranged, but they've been in the same family, but they've been estranged, but they've been in the same family because there was an issue with the mom why she could not keep those kids at the age she was 14. And remember, I talked about it, I felt like that there was abuse, and I talked about that last night. But what happened is that when when I asked them, I said, "Do you guys know who your dad is?" And they told me they didn't know him because he died when they were 4, right? I was like, 4? I said, well, how did y'all find this out? And then they said that, you know, their adoptive parents told them about who their dad was around the community, around the city. And he was an older gentleman and he used to do things with young ladies and pay them. Hence what happened to their mom at such a young age. What happens is that she got a hold to some stuff and she had babies feeding her addiction at 14. I told you she went through trauma. I knew it was something about that whole scope that was off. That's sad. So I also asked them, when was the last time y'all, they actually, physically saw their mom? And they said that they hadn't seen their mom in about 15 years. They hadn't seen nor talked to her in that span of time up until they came back. So let me do it like this. The secret started getting out about their mom's addiction. And according to the twins, when she got divorced or whatever, she took Martina and left town. Hence, that's the reason why Martina really didn't know them because she wasn't in town with them. She wasn't in town with them. There, when Martina said she found out that they've been having Christmases and stuff, that stopped like years prior to that. And they said that they were glad that the actual visit stopped because every time their mom would come around, it was always drama between her and her sister. And it was a constant reminder that she had made this bad mistake. And that's what they told me today. They also told me that they knew that, again, that their mom's addiction was one of the reasons why their sister didn't know about them because their mom wanted to keep that life away. Well, what Martina possibly didn't know is that her mama had been addicted for a while. And even as she was a child. See, sometimes you don't really know all the story, especially if you're not the older of the children and you may not know what's going on. And so now it's like, wow. They came back to Louisiana in 2019, right before the pandemic. So when the pandemic hit, nobody saw anybody really at first. After which they had no contact with their mom. The next thing they knew, they found out that their mom had died from the actual sister, which was Martina, because she told, of course, her kinfolk. So you got to be careful when you're dealing with family issues like this. You got to be careful when you're dealing with family issues like this because let me tell you something. These twins, the way that they were talking today and talking to me, they endured a lot from their mom, directly and indirectly. And I'm not, here to bash their mom or anything like that. I'm just going to say that I think that all of them need to really, really sit down and have a conversation, as an adult and have someone, a professional, credentials to mediate this conversation and let's clear the air with this. Because at the same time, these twins knew their mom, but I'm assuming that their mom wanted to keep their baby sister away from what had gone on in her past. And they said that their mom often told them that they were reminders of what her mistakes were. Y'all, what child would want to be told that kind of shit? Isn't that horrible? That is so horrible. And this was both of them. And they weren't in tears or nothing like that. It didn't get that deep, because I didn't want it to get that deep. But what I want y'all to understand is that A lot of times, when situations is going on like that, back in those days, these kids did anything those adults said. Their moms probably was struggling. Ain't no telling what was going on back then. You know, and she was constantly reminded and told them and made them feel that way. Good job, man. I'm through with it. This is what I want to say. As hard as it is to accept reality as the way that it is, Martina, you have to accept the fact that you do have sisters at this point in time. They have a lot of information for you. And I don't think that they even have, the malicious, the malicious intent to let you know what's really, really going on. So you will have an idea. But I'm going to say this also to the twins, it's already enough that she got to deal with what she got to deal with. But can we do us a favor and let's be a little bit more sensitive? Because a lot of this is all y'all mom. Y'all know her in a different way. And see, when parents live double lives like that, what happens is who catches the brunt of things are children, especially if they're not raised in the same place. Especially if they're not raised in the same environment, especially if they're not raised in the same area and things like that of the other person. It's really, really sad because at the end of the day, what you want to be able to do is to be there for everybody that you can. But y'all have to build from ground up with this one. Because I don't feel like at this point in time that Martina meant any harm. I don't feel like she meant any harm. I don't even feel like that the twins meant any harm. I just feel like that they wanted their voice heard because they had something to say about the situation because that's their mama too. And I wasn't gonna dare not talk to them because that's their mom and they have a fair voice in this too. That's it. I'm getting off because it's about to be second. It's about to be third quarter. It's 3:57 on the clock. 59:44. Yeah, say a prayer for him. Say a prayer for him, cause yeah, I'm over it. I'm done with it, cause it's just too much. That's just too much for TV, and I hope you guys get all the help you need. So y'all have a good night. I'm through. It's gonna be like the shortest y'all ever see me doing my own show. Catch us in the morning at 9:30 a.m. Myself, Volkswagen Hendrix. We're gonna do a quick show. We're gonna update y'all on some events, and we'll see y'all in a little bit. Peace. 여유롭게 달려오 내일은 더 빛나지 당연해 내 삶은 shine like a diamond 괜히 해서 뭐해 걱정 I got no worries no I got no worries no I got no worries no I'm shining like a diamond yeah got different view 여유롭게 tease yeah 내 자유로운